Okay, so another flat Earth debunk here. We're going to look at flight paths and especially flight times. Now I can compare about the same distance and the same times from the northern and southern hemisphere. So let's have a look and see what we have. See, here we have Auckland to Santiago, Chile, 11 hours. Okay, this shows the flight path. Seems to all work out so far. This is how it looks on the globe. Seems to match it pretty close to the flight path. Alright, well that's the southern hemisphere, so let's check out one that's fairly comparable in the northern hemisphere. So here we have Zurich, Switzerland to LAX. About the same kind of time, so good compare. And this shows the flight path. And this shows how it translates on the globe. Looks pretty close to the flight path. Happy. So there you go. I mean, they're both about the same distance. You look at the distances, there's only about 70 miles difference. Northern hemisphere to southern hemisphere. About the same time, flight time, same distances. All works out pretty good. Even the flight paths compared to putting on the globe, all works out. Looks pretty good. Yeah. So that kind of shows. Now, flat Earth, I don't think that'd work, but let's have a look. We'll kind of plot this out in a flat Earth. I mean, as best I can. The red one shows the actual flight path. The yellow kind of shows what the flat Earth one would be, except for the one going from northern hemisphere. It's about the same either way, the best I could get. Oh dear, that didn't work at all. I mean, they're about the same flight times and about the same distances, but on the flat Earth model, that doesn't even look even remotely close. That doesn't work at all. I think it's flat Earth debunked, just by using flight times and some flight paths. But hey, let's check out some more. This is London to Malana in the Philippines. So this here shows the official flight path. And this shows that flight path translated over into a globe model. Seems to match up. This shows the flight times, give or take, depending if you're going to or from London, which is approximately 14 hours. So we'll count that as the northern hemisphere flights. So that shows the flight times and distances. So let's check out a comparable southern hemisphere flights, distance and flight time. So here we have Sydney to Johannesburg. So the flight time is 14.5 hours. Pretty close. So here shows the flight path from Sydney to Johannesburg. And this shows how it translates over to working on the globe model. So even Johannesburg to Sydney and London to Malana in Philippines, all about the same distances. One's a little bit longer, but it's a little bit longer flight time by only a tiny bit, about a half an hour or so, and distances are the same. So that works out pretty darn close. But how is that translated over to the flat Earth model? Let's have a look. So the yellow is what the flight paths, and the blue is kind of how it maybe on the flat Earth model the most efficient route. Doesn't work, does it? See, there you have it. Even with the last example there, I mean, those flight paths, the flight times and distances don't even come close. I mean, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, doesn't work at all. Not on a flat Earth. On globe Earth, works perfectly fine. You can see it. All translates and works out fine. So once again, flat Earth is completely destroyed and debunked just by using some flight paths and measuring the flight times and distances. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow for more and click like on the video. See you again.